Kristine F-weeding out in Newtown. Old customer we did leave for back in the fall. So the scope of work for the job today is going to be weeding and mulching out just in the back around the pool. And we're going to price it with a weed barrier fabric and without. So check the notes for which one she wants to move forward with. So this one too, I would say, because it's not a huge job, but there is a mixture of, like, there's stone, there's bushes. I want to try to pull by hand by the root because they're pretty bad too. A lot of the big stuff, and then if you want to come in, and I told her this in person and it'll be in the estimate, but we'll go through, pull a lot of the big stuff out, try to get the bulk of it if you can, because my fear is you just string trim it and stuff will just come back really quick. So try to pull the big stuff and then go in with your brush cutter, your string trimmer to hit some of the small stuff. And then again, we'll price it two ways, with weed barrier fabric, without. Be a little bit of annoying because you have all these plants, so it'll kind of be like a patchy type of job. But I'll price it pretty high because I normally don't push the weed barrier, but she was looking for it. So anyway, starting over here, I mean, obviously you have your plants here. The only shrub pruning I'm going to price her on, if she accepts it, are over there, and we'll show you that, light pruning, but everything else leave be. So anyway, starting over here, just pulling, brush cutting. You do have a good amount of space, a couple inches, to be able to fill this with some good amount of mulch. So again, like, check it if she wants a weed barrier fabric. You know, like all this big stuff, you know, pull that, pull the big stuff, and then go in and brush cut and string trim the rest. Yeah, so pulling the big stuff, you know, pretty straightforward. There is some old weed barrier fabric in there, so just kind of like leave that alone. Spraying, I would say spray, but just be real careful. Like, you're not going to be able to spray a lot of the spots, especially over here with the lilies. Not really be able to spray. And if you do spray anywhere, get really close to the soil to prevent, like, overspray. Anyway, so hitting all this out, cutting all that out, mulching it, cutting all that out, mulching it. So you got this is actually a weed growing through the bush, but this one you can do a price on a light pruning. This a light pruning. It's starting to get hot, so I don't want to go crazy with anything, but light pruning on that. And then the rest, like, that's a weed, you know, brush cut. There's a little bit of debris back there, like leaves and sticks and stuff. All this is weed. Back here is going to be also a little bit time intensive. So we'll price it to clean up that stick as well. This stone, you're going to have to try to do your best, kind of move it over, pull the stuff. Not going to be able to string trim too much over here, and then do your best with pulling it, and then getting it looking presentable, and then spraying the rest. You can string trim some of this stuff around the tree. A lot of these creeping Charlies, which are just a pain in the butt. That's the stuff you're really going to have to try to string trim a lot. Anyway, over here, don't trim that one. Looks like it's struggling, borderline dead already. And then black mulch all in here after. Again, go a little thicker with that black mulch if you can, to try to help slow down the future growth of weeds. And then all in here, no trimming in here. Here's like dirt and crap, you know, pull and then brush cut, string trim. These, actually, this is almost like a plant. I mean, it might be a weed, but what I would say is rip all this out and leave this one. It's like almost like an ornamental grass. It looks sort of intentional, unless she says otherwise. These are all weeds. That leave alone. And then this is the area she said she did, so it's really not too bad. I mean, if there's a couple weeds, we'll price it out, but yeah, and that's it. And access to the yard. It's like a cul-de-sac, so